So last night, as per usual, we received the day 1 patch for CS2's latest update, which aims to fix some of the issues that were introduced with it. Even though we only have 2 change notes, there's a few other things that we can talk about in today's video, including some more hidden changes or silent updates that Valve has made. So let's start with the regular patch notes. Italy has received some various bug fixes and tweaks. While I personally wasn't able to discover too many significant changes, one thing in particular that I think Valve has fixed with this patch is the boost that was previously possible. Showcased by PSP1G, this boost basically allowed you to get onto the rooftops of Italy and roleplay as an assassin, which honestly was pretty hilarious. He did exactly this on his stream, and it was pretty fun to watch. Unfortunately, as far as I'm aware, this has now been resolved by Valve, so it is no longer possible, but it totally makes sense that Valve has fixed this since, yeah, it's pretty game-breaking. Alongside with this patch, we have received brand new hostage variants, which you can see on screen right now, and something that I didn't cover in my previous videos, that some of the agents have received some brand new masks, which you can see on screen right now in comparison to the CSGO version. Last but not least, before we move on to the silent changes, let's talk about one of our favorite topics, clipping brushes, yay! So there's a few weird clipping brushes on Italy. One is in this location right here next to T-spawn, where it basically prevents you from walking up the stairs and your character just kinda gets stuck. Another one is also located on this wooden pallet next to T-spawn, which just makes your character float, and it honestly looks pretty hilarious. There's also something weird going on with this railing in T-spawn. I'm not entirely sure what happens here, but your character is going crazy about this one. And the last thing I want to point out are these windows in the house near T-spawn. These windows basically make it seem like you could walk through them, but in reality you cannot, so this is just something I wanted to point out. I think in CSGO the window was a lot smaller and you had to crouch through it as well, but this one just makes it seem like you could just walk through it, which is not the case. Last but not least, let's go over the silent changes that have happened with either this patch or the previous update. Valve has finally addressed the wallbang issues on quite a lot of the maps. In this case, let's start with Nuke, which you can see in the background. These weird wallbang spots that were previously possible to wallbang have now been fixed, which is pretty nice to see. In the process of fixing these issues, Valve has broken the vent, and you can no longer open it by shooting it, which is quite bizarre, but I assume this has to do with how they fixed the wallbanging issues, so I'm pretty sure they will resolve this within the next update. Even a grenade explosion doesn't open the vent, you have to either knife it at the current moment or throw a grenade directly at it, which is pretty hilarious, so Valve, please fix. Anubis wallbang issue in the middle of the map has also been resolved. This is how it looked like previously, and this is how it looks like after the patch now, which is pretty nice to see. Good job, Valve. Surprisingly enough, Office has also received some changes. Technically speaking, the wallbang issues on Office have been resolved besides one, which I discovered now. You can still wallbang by lining up to these doors, which is quite interesting in my opinion, so I think Valve still has to do some fixing here. Also, there's now this chair just randomly appearing here, which I'm not entirely sure why this happens, but even after restarting the map, the chair was still there, so I guess Valve, please fix. This is just pretty funny. Anyway, so this is going to conclude today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching it, and I will see you, of course, in the next video. Bye, guys.